Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the brand new video. Today we'll have the comparisons between a fake AirPods 3 clone versus the real AirPods 3s from Apple. Now on the left side is going to be of course the fake version, which is the Danny version 1.1, and on the right side is going to be the original AirPods 3s from Apple. Now this is going to be a full comparison. We'll be comparing many different categories, which you're going to see it right here. For example, we'll be comparing the price, we'll be comparing the packaging, the shipping time, the sound quality, build quality. Of course, we'll be comparing both mic qualities to see which one is better. Apple's AirPods 3s, AirPods 2s, and AirPods Pros have really been known for having great microphones. We'll see how good the fake is going to be. And also finally, at the end of the video, I'm going to give my final thoughts on the Danny version 1.1. So when it comes to the Danny version 1.1, the price is going to be approximately $42. I'll link it down below in the description where you guys can check these out. It's going to cost basically approximately 6 times less than the original ones. Another thing to consider is that the clones from AliExpress, you won't need to pay any tax. Compared to the original ones, you have to pay an extra 10% or so depending where you're living. When it comes to the packaging itself, the original is going to come in the box like that. They don't have any plastic wrapping. Instead, they're going to have the 2 pull tabs. Apple's trying to save the environment. As for the clones, they've really tried to replicate the same design, so they've also not included the plastic. Now as for the clones, they do come with a double box to avoid the customs confiscating your product. And inside, once you open the box, you are going to have the same packaging with all the logos and all the Apple's trademarks. Now here's just a close comparison between both AirPods 3s. Of course, they both have the same design on top of the box. We can also feel the little bump of those AirPods right there. As for the side of the box, they both have the Apple logo. They also have the same words right there, AirPods with the MagSafe charging case. On this side of the box, we can see that we do have the stickers, which are very similar. And then at the bottom of the box, you can see that it has pretty much the same design. So let's unbox these two at the same time. Let's lift up the lid of the box, and as you can see, the original ones are easier to remove versus the clone. It is more tighter to open. Other than that, we are going to have the little packet that says designed by Apple in California. Pretty much the same design, the same quality. Inside the clone, we are going to have 4 manuals. The user guide right here, which is similar to the real deal, and the 3 other booklets. As for the original ones, we do have the same exact thing, but instead we are going to have rounded corners for the manuals. Now the version that you are going to get might be the same design as these, square corners, or it is going to be rounded corners. The seller is going to use whatever packaging he has available. He doesn't have a specific packaging for a specific model of the clone. Other than that, in the box we are going to have the AirPods 3 clones wrapped in the plastic. Here on the original ones, we do have like a pull tab right here. Versus the clone, they've wrapped it differently. As you can see, the quality of the plastic packaging is higher quality than originals for sure. It is a little bit more thicker plastic, higher quality than a clone. And then finally, under the box, we are going to have the charging cable, which will be USB-C to Lightning. The original ones, it is glued to the box, versus the clone, they don't do that. Overall, I've got to say the quality of the packaging is pretty good for the clone. Not exactly as premium, as high quality cardboard as the real deal, but I would give it an 8 out of 10 for the same design. And also the pull tabs were pretty good. If you guys want to see the original unboxing of this clone, I'll link it down below in the description. So here's the clone, the version 1.1 from Danny. I'm just going to unwrap it like this. Really simple to remove, as you can see. And here is the real deal from Apple. As you can see, it has a different type of packaging. They wrapped it differently. So here's a close-up look of both cases. We can see that both have the same design, the same size and dimension. We also have the LED diffuser on the original ones. I'm just going to show you guys zoomed in right here. It has that gray LED diffuser, gray and transparent. Compared to the clone right here, they also have a very similar LED diffuser. On cheaper clones, you might see that it only has a black hole. Other than that, we can see that they both have this gap between the lid and the case, so that's really good. They've really replicated the design. On the back of the case, we do have the metal hinge and the writings right there. We can see that the metal hinge is slightly different. On the AirPods 3s and the AirPods Pros, they usually have that matte finish for the metal hinge. And for the clone, they have more like a different color right here, a different finish, but it is definitely a real metal. It's not plastic. It is usually a little bit difficult for the factories to replicate the same metal hinge as the original ones, as it is harder to find the same exact color and material. There are some AirPods Pro clones out there right now that do have the same exact metal hinge. I do have one with the spatial audio feature, which I'll be reviewing very soon, so stay tuned for that. So here is the close-up writing, designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. And of course right here is the original ones, designed by Apple in California, assembled in Vietnam. Apple has different versions. They either have the one from China or from Vietnam, but the quality is pretty much exactly the same. The click of the pairing button is very similar. If we open up the lid, we can see the earbuds right there. Once again, very similar design. On top of the lid, we can see the serial number of all the logos, same for the original ones. The position is very similar. They really try to replicate it. I'm going to take the earbuds out from the version 1.1, and here is the metal hinge. The design is exactly the same. The charging pins in the case. Here is going to be the original ones from Apple. Once again, the metal hinge, very similar design to the copy. The left side is going to be the copy version 1.1 from Danny, and the right side is going to be the original ones. You can see they have a very similar design, same shape. The engravings on the bottom of both AirPods, the same chrome ring in the white plastic, basically the same charging mechanism, and the left indicator on both AirPods. Now, I do not recommend having the real AirPods 3s in the fake case. Even if it does charge, it is not recommended because there's a huge risk of breaking your original AirPods 3s since they might use different voltage. Here's the speakers from both AirPods. We do have the mesh on the top and the mesh on the side. For those wondering, these are going to work also not just on iOS devices, but also on Android and Windows computers. Now, just to quickly go through the features of the version 1.1 from Danny, these are going to have Bluetooth 5.2, you are going to have name change, mapping, GPS positioning, spatial audio feature, either fixed or head tracking is going to work. Battery life is going to last approximately 5 hours per charge. It does have a button battery design, and you're also going to have an extra 2 to 3 charges with the case. As for the case itself, it is wireless chargeable, and you're also going to have some magnets in the back, which you'll be able to use the MagSafe charger. So I've just opened up the Danny version 1.1 for you guys. As you can see, the interior right here, we do have the speakers. And we also have the button battery right there, which, like I said, is going to give you approximately 4.5 to 5 hours per charge. I personally don't recommend you to do what I just did right here, but open them up. You have a risk of ripping the cables, and the seller is not going to be responsible for that at all. You're not going to get a replacement or refund. You'll basically have to buy a brand new pair of AirPods 3 clone. So right now I'm going to show you guys the pop-up animation of the Danny version 1.1. It's going to be pretty much the same thing on the original one, so I'm just going to do on the clone. So once you open up the lid, right away you're going to get the pop-up animation that says not your AirPods. You can tap on connect, hold the pairing button in the back until it says connecting. You're going to see this white amber light. And then, as you can see, it is going to connect your phone. And here we've got the animation right here. You can tap on skip if you like to. We got Hey Siri. Let's tap on not now. And here is going to be the battery percentage of the AirPods, but also the case. As you can see, it does work perfectly and is going to be accurate. As for the name of the AirPods, as you can see, it was Danny Air 3 BES. If you go to the Bluetooth settings and tap on the eye information, you'll be able to change the name to whatever you want. Once you're going to receive the AirPods and connect for the first time, it is not going to be called Danny Air 3 BES. I basically changed it myself. We'll have the ear detection, which you can turn it off if you like to. We do have the spatial audio feature, and finally we do have the about page with the serial number right there. This W6YR is going to be the same inside the case right here, and as you can see, it is the same exact serial number. Once again, the serial number on the sticker should be exactly the same from the Bluetooth settings. Now the seller might accidentally put another sticker sometimes, but usually should be exactly the same. If you bring down the control center, we'll have the AirPods 3 logo, as you can see right there. We also have the audio sharing feature. You can share audio with a secondary device. And just to show you guys the audio sharing does work, here is the original ones. I'm going to connect this to, as you can see, it's going to appear, tap right here, and both are connected. As you can see, we do have the multi-audio settings right there, that logo. We can control the volume individually for both of these. We do have the live listen. Tap right here to turn it on. And it does actually work and actually hear myself. You can actually hear my finger tapping the phone. So right now I'm going to go back using the clone and test the sound quality and spatial audio feature. Let's test this out. So on the clone, when I turn on spatial audio fixed version, it does actually work perfectly. It is more cinematic. It is very similar to the original ones. I want to turn on the head tracking. I'm turning my head to the left and to the right side. Turn this off, turn it back on. So yeah, head tracking does work, but there's one thing I noticed from last time, the unboxing video, is that the Dani version 1.1 with the BES chipset is that when you're using spatial audio with head tracking, it actually reduces the sound quality a bit. If you're using spatial audio fixed instead of head tracking, the audio does improve. Of course, you can change the EQ in Spotify if you're using the head tracking. Now, personally, I do not use head tracking that much. As for the sound quality, the Dani version 1.1 do sound pretty good. It has plenty of bass, plenty of clarity. Great audio right there. I do find that the original ones have slightly more bass than the Dani version 1.1, but other than that, they're very similar. This is the microphone test of the Dani version 1.1 with the BES chipset, and as you can see right away that the microphone test is actually pretty good. The clarity, the volume is very good. It is very usable. As you can see, what you're hearing right now is basically raw audio when you're making a phone call, a Zoom call. That's basically how it's gonna sound. Comparing to many AirPods Pro clones out there, this is way better than many of them. This is going to be the microphone test of original AirPods 3 clones from Apple, and as you can see right away once again, that this is also going to be very usable for making phone calls or Zoom calls if you would like to. And Apple has been known for having great microphones on the AirPods lineup. Let me know in the comments if you do prefer the Dani version 1.1 microphone or the original AirPods 3. Right now I'm going to weight both of these AirPods and of course the packaging, the box, and see what are the differences. Now let's start with the packaging itself. So here is the packaging box of the Dani version 1.1. It excludes the AirPods and of course it excludes the plastic in there, but it includes charging cable and user manuals. So this is basically how much it weighs in grams. So this is going to be 93 grams. And here is the original ones, higher quality cardboard, better weight, and as you can see it is 133 grams. So there's a huge weight difference. Design wise it's pretty much the same, but the cardboard, the quality, the thickness is going to be better on the original ones. Now let's start with the AirPods 3s, the clones, Dani version 1.1. Here they are, and here is going to be once again the original ones. Let's start with the clone. Here includes the AirPods and the case itself. A total of 47 grams. Now let's go with the original ones right here. They are going to weigh approximately 46 grams. So as you can see, the weight is basically identical when you're holding your hands. Pretty much you can tell the difference, especially for that 1 gram. As for the AirPods itself, for the clones, once again on the left side, it is going to weigh a total of approximately 6 grams for both, and about 2.5 grams, 3 grams for each. And for the original ones, each earbud is going to weigh approximately 4 grams. Both of them about 8 grams. So they're about 2 grams heavier than the clones. You're not going to really feel the difference at all. Maybe a little bit lighter, but the quality itself, you know, doesn't really affect. It still have really great build quality. for the clones. So here is going to be the case is 40 grams, and for the case of the original ones, they should be a little bit lighter. So yeah, 38 grams, the 2 grams right there. For the snap of the lid, they do feel really good for both of them. You have really strong magnets. So yeah, overall, I've got to say that the Danny version 1.1 is really good. For how much you pay, for about 42 bucks. Sound quality is actually pretty good. Does have plenty of clarity, some bass, not as much bass as original ones, but it do sound still pretty good. As for the build quality, it is very good. The weight is pretty much identical to the original ones. It does have really great snap to the lid. I really like it. The build quality is very similar to the original ones. As for spatial audio, once again, like I said, very similar to the original ones, pretty much no delay at all, but there is a slight audio quality reduction if you do use the head tracking mode. If you use the fixed mode, it does actually improve the sound quality identically to the real deal. Once again, I'll drop a link down in the description where you guys can check these out. And if you got any questions, make sure to comment down below and I'll answer all of them. So that's it for this video. For those who actually stayed to the end, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. And for that, I'm going to be announcing a brand new giveaway of the Danny version 1.1. So here is basically a brand new pair. I got the double box right here. It has the same serial number, and this is a brand new sealed and used. So to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is simply be subscribed to the channel, give a big thumbs up to this video, and comment below #giveaway and the reason why you want this AirPods 3 clone. What are you gonna use it for, basically? Let me know down below, why do you want it, #giveaway. If you do have Instagram or Twitter, add that up too. That way I'll be able to contact you. It's going to be more easy. So as you can see right here, this is a brand new pair. It's still sealed. I've actually accidentally peeled half of the bottom tab right here, so hope the one who wins this product actually don't mind it. But other than that, this is a brand new pair. And of course, I got much more videos coming soon to your way. I do have a brand new pair of AirPods Pro clone with the same exact metal hinge, identical to the original ones, same color, it has the same matte finish, and also the same material. When you scratch using your nail, it does have the same feeling. So yeah, and it also has spatial audio feature that works perfectly. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I got much more videos coming soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.